Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fellow YouTubians, and welcome to the fifth part of my story. So, are you sitting comfortably? Good. Then I'll begin. Tears of Poison, Chapter 5. Gravity banged on Cameron's door. Sis, don't do this, Shadow warned. Cameron opened the door. Where's Melissa? Gravity demanded. She's right through there. I'll take you if you like. I just need to speak to your brother first. Shadow, it's good you're here. I forgot to give you this. Cameron handed the sealed envelope over. Cameron, take my hand. No, don't. Gravity, don't do this. Think how much these people have done for us. You do this, you're going to tear that away. Gravity stepped towards Shadow. I'm sorry. Gravity gently touched her brother, and he walked towards the door in a hypnotic state. She then grabbed Cameron's hand as he led her to his fiancée. Gravity smiled. Goodbye, Melissa. She suddenly heard a whining by her foot. She crouched down. Oh, Bliss. You're doing puppy eyes look, aren't you? Isn't it good I can't see you? Melissa jumped up suddenly. Gravity, why are you here? I'm sorry about before. Yeah, I just came by to say no hard feelings. Shook my hand? Bliss whined again and rubbed her head against Gravity's leg. Melissa nodded and took Gravity's hand and fell backwards. Cameron frowned. What did you do? Gravity sighed and with one hand on the wall started to guide herself out. When she was nearly out of the room, she used her other hand to give a friendly slap to Cameron when she heard him coming over to her, who ended up keeling over. She reached the door and touched Shadow. Looking around, he saw Melissa and Cameron seemingly unconscious. What did you do? It's in temporary comas. It won't last long. They won't remember this happening. Shadow started opening the envelope he'd been given by Cameron. There were two copies of the letter in there, one with English writing and another with Braille. Shadow started reading it. Dear Shadow and Gravity, I'm sorry I have to bring you this news, but I received word that your grandfather has died. I'm truly sorry for your loss. The nurses in the care home have told me that he has lived a full life and has died of natural causes. The funeral is on Monday the 13th at 12:30 in Newark Cemetery. From your best friend, Cameron. Gravity, I think you should read this. Shadow handed her the Braille version. After a few minutes, a few quiet tears started falling out of her eyes. It was 20 minutes past 12. Excuse me. On Monday the 13th, and Gravity and Shadow were in Newark Cemetery. Thomas Wilkins was a good man at heart, loved by all who knew him. Even in the last years of his life, he remained as cheerful and optimistic as ever. He'll be much missed. Shadow looked round the departing round and vaguely recognized somebody. He went over to him. Consultant Jones? Shadow asked uncertainly. Yes, my dear boy. Do I know you? Yeah, we met at St. Anne's Hospital. Oh, now I remember. Yes. Oh, I want you to know I'm sorry about leaving your sister like that, but I was very busy. No worries. So, how did you know my grandfather? After St. George Hospital, the hospital where I worked was blown up, they transferred me to the nursing home where your grandparents lived. Why is it my grandmother here? In the last few years of your grandfather's life, your grandmother deteriorated rapidly. Okay. Nice meeting you. Goodbye. We might come and visit you in the nursing home. I'll see you later. Shadow turned away. Wait! I'm afraid that will not be possible. I've been transferred again back into a hospital. Maybe I can meet with you there. Shadow agreed and turned away to walk back to Gravity. Come on, sis, let's go. Mitch and Sarah were standing beside the hospital bed. He was brought in this state a few weeks ago. It looks like he was in a coma. The cause of the coma we still have to find out. At the moment he's just resting, Gideon Jones explained. Is it possible to awake him? We need to ask him some questions about the incident. That'll be fine, but he's very exhausted. I wouldn't expect to get a very clear answer out of him. Do you have any way, please? The patient slowly and unsurely opened his eyes and looked around. Don't worry, Cameron. My name is Mitch, and I need to ask you some questions. Now, you're brought in to this hospital with a coma. Now, doctors cannot figure out how you got into that state. Now, can you tell me anything you remember? Cameron shook his head and rubbed his eyes. Amidst instantly he saw a glimmer of fear. I think a friend was coming around for tea. His sister did this to me and my fiance. Oh my god, how's Melissa? Is she safe? Don't worry, she is in perfect health. Now tell me what happened to you. My friend's sister. She sunk to me and my fiance. So they're not human. Don't let her near me. Mitch saw Cameron curl up in a defensive state. Can you tell me what these people looked like? Even the briefest descriptions can help. I'm not sure. They were dirty. The girl might have been blonde. Can some water, please? Gideon nodded quickly and passed him a glass. Cameron took it and gratefully swigged it down. Then he suddenly dropped it and started convulsing. He dropped deathly still. Gideon let up and looked at the monitor. It seems a fast-acting poison entered the system. There wasn't anything I could have done. So it seems someone doesn't want to be found out. Now what? Now I report this to Milton. Mitch stood up and walked outside, followed by Sarah. Young man poisoned. The unnamed man is the fifth murder to happen in a matter of weeks. No connections to be found, and police are baffled. Shadow stopped reading. This unnamed man was Cameron, wasn't he? You didn't need to kill him. Yes, I did. He was going to tell the police about us. Graffy responded calmly. Trying to help us. Even if he did, I doubt we'll be imprisoned. He was trying to help us! Shadow cried out with tears in his eyes. Graffy shook her head in disgust. Pull yourself together. If you get caught, we split up. I doubt we would ever see each other again. Shadow, all we have is each other. No matter what, nobody is going to take that away. She went over to Shadow and gave him a reassuring hug. Shadow smiled. What about Melissa? I think she's still in a coma. When she wakes up, she shouldn't remember a thing about us. Wiped her memory? Why didn't you just do that to Cameron? Why do you have to kill him? I have to set an example. If somebody sees you soft, then just walk over you. Besides, you can't take any chances. Nobody cares about us. Why do you have to seem this hard? Gravity turned her head away. Look, if people find out we're doing this, and we get put up for adoption, then nobody's going to want to foster us. Nobody's going to want a murderer. You have to stop killing people, Gravity. For our future, you have to stop. Mitch sat down opposite Milton. You said you found something new. Yes, sir, I did. Do you know the book Stone Cold by Robert Swindells? No. What are you getting at, Mitch? In the book, there is a man called Shelter who wants to kill all the homeless people in London. Now, in this case, it could be the other way around. You're saying that our killer could potentially be a homeless person? It's the only theory I've heard so far. You realize you're going to have to bring some hard evidence. Mitch nodded and walked out of the room. Sarah stood up and went over to him. What did he say? He believes us. Now we have to find evidence. How do we get evidence? I know this might sound cruel, but we need to wait for somebody else to be killed. Shadow and Gravity were trying their luck begging. Excuse me. The routine was the same as usual. Shadow would go out into the crowd and try the generosity of the public. Gravity, on the other hand, was sitting on the pavement with Bliss on a discarded cup with a little bit of change. Gravity suddenly sat up straight and moved her head. She could hear a rustle of change and then the sound stopped. She felt around the cup. It was empty. Bliss saw what happened, and before the man could make a getaway, Bliss bit him in his leg. Get off, you stupid dog, said the man with pure disgust, and used his other leg to kick the dog off. Gravity heard Bliss's yelp and suddenly shot her hand out. And that's it for chapter 5. Thanks for listening, guys, and join me next time for chapter 6, Law Abiding Citizen.